morning here. In a moment, you'll see why. So let's see who all is here. Wow, there's a lot of people here. And who here wants to make money with trading? Come on, type in a yes in the chat box. Exactly, that's what we want. And let's see who here wants to make enough money with trading so that you can quit your job and have a full-time income with trading. Yeah, exactly, right? And who here wants to make so much money with trading so that you can travel the world and live the lifestyle that you always dreamed about? Absolutely, that's what we want. Now, how many of you want to get as much as possible out of our time together today? Yes, I want that for you because for most of you here with me today, this is going to be a long-term relationship between us, I promise you, because once I show you how simple this is, once I show you an easier way to trade, once you realize that this actually works, once you realize that you can do this too, once you see that this can give you the freedom you want, you will want to hang out with us for a lifetime. I promise you that. So here's what we are going to do today. Yesterday, we talked about a question that I received at the time. And the question is, can you really make money with trading? And we talked about that. I got a lot of emails with great feedback on this. So this morning, we're going to continue this session. And of course, we'll take a look at the markets live and see what's happening today. And in a moment, I'll also show you how our binary options are doing this week. This sound good? Would you like to know this? All right, good. So let's take a look at the markets here this morning. In the upper left-hand corner, we have the E-mini S&P. As you can see, right now we're slightly down around the unchanged mark from yesterday's close. E-mini Nasdaq just slightly up here from yesterday's close. The Dow also about unchanged. So all three major indices are pretty much unchanged going into the trading session here this morning. Crude oil is a different story. Crude oil this morning is almost at $50 a barrel. This is in the lower left-hand side. As you can see, we're up 0.63% already. Gold slightly down, 0.5% down from yesterday's close, trading at 1272.3. And the bonds are slightly up. And again, there's the inverse relationship between stocks and bonds. Usually when stocks are down, bonds and gold are going up. And this morning we see that bonds are on the rise, they are going up. But what is really the news here this morning? Well, first of all, the real the Dow topped 22,000, and we talked about this. See, in the beginning of the year, it took the Dow a while to top 20,000. Once it broke through, it quickly went to 21,000. Yesterday, we topped 22,000. So now the question is, how long will the Dow hover around the 22,000 mark before it continues to march to 23,000? See, around the 21,000 mark, it hovered around this for quite a while. It was actually, let's see, this was February. So it's 3 months before it started marching up higher. And as you can see, then it accelerated and cracked the 22,000 yesterday. So this is definitely something that traders will keep an eye on. And what do we have in other news? In other news, we have Tesla. TSLA. So Tesla, let's see, it's not yet reflected here. So let's go and move over to our trusted Google. So first of all, Tesla, let's take a look at the news here. Yesterday, they reported, let me bring it up here. So let's bring up this news here. Yesterday, Tesla reported a narrower than expected, there we go, second quarter loss. And this is why in after hours trading, Tesla jumped 7%. And we'll take a look at this here in a moment. So Tesla stock for this year has rallied 53% year to date versus the S&P only 10.7%. So let's take a look at Tesla, where we are here this morning. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go back to Firefox, where did I move it? That doesn't matter. Let's bring up another browser. Why not, right? So TSLA. So as you can hear, Tesla that closed yesterday at 325 in after hour trading, surging as high as 7%. So we went up to 355 here. Let's see where Tesla opens here this morning. So these are the two things that are actually right now traders are keeping an eye on. The Dow breaking 22,000, Tesla jumping in overnight trading, and we'll see where it opens today. Let's quickly talk about binary options here. So we already talked about binary options a few sessions ago, and I really, really, really want you to trade binary options, and here's why. Let me just bring it up here very quickly, and I have to switch screens. So yesterday we had a great day for binary options, and if you're not knowing yet how to trade binary options, I did a quick intro in one of these coffees with Markus, and we have the recordings available for you. So if you go to rockwelltrading.com/coffee with Markus, this is where you see the recordings, and I did a 10-minute primer on binary options. Now, we have a very specific way how we trade binary options. It's a very simple way and a very accurate way to trade binary options, because we use probabilities to really make sure that we have the odds in our favor when trading binary options. Now, yesterday we had 3 binary options trades, and again, binary options you can trade with an account as little as $1,000. You can trade it on a small account. So you see here, yesterday we had 3 wins. So thus far, yesterday we are up $111 on a $1,000 account. That's 10%. For the week, we had 1 loss, we had 4 wins. So we're up $72.50. If you're not trading binary options, you're missing out. So I really want to encourage you to trade binary options, because this is where it goes back right now to, can you make money with trading? So I want to continue talking about this. And you see here, we're proving it to you. We are trading these things live. This is what you see here. These are real results, net after commissions on an account that is only $1,000, right? So if you have a $10,000 account, what do? You trade 10 of the binary options, and then you're up $725 for the week instead of $72.50. Making sense? All right, let's go back to the charts here, because I want to continue talking about, I think it's so important. So yesterday, I'll lift this up here. Yesterday we talked about, is it really possible to make money with trading? And for me, the answer is a resounding yes. So then the question is, why is not everybody making money with trading? Well, first of all, they don't have a proven system that shows traders when to enter and when to exit. We talked about this. You must know when to take profits, and you must know when to get out of a trade if it is going against you. And then we talked about that the reason why traders are not making money is that they don't have a discipline to follow the system. And why is that? Well, they don't believe in the system, or they don't believe in themselves. So we talked about the 3 fixes here. First fix is have a proven system where you know exactly when to enter, when to exit with a profit, and when to exit with a loss. Also, in order to have confidence in your system, you need to test it on a simulator first, at least for 40 trades. And if you don't believe in yourself, use I am statements and read them to yourself every morning. Your brain will automatically get wired. This is how you can reprogram your brain. So now let's talk about what exactly do you need? Okay, so this is where, because that was a question that came up yesterday that I received in emails. What do you need to make money with trading? Okay, so first thing that you need is, of course, again, a proven strategy or proven system. Okay, trading system. So what does this mean? It is a system that is proven in the long run to make money. Now, don't get me wrong. Every single strategy will have winning streaks, and every single strategy will have losing streaks. It is extremely important as a trader that you stick to one strategy. Don't have to hop around. That's what many traders do. They buy a strategy, they take 2 or 3 trades, and then they say, ugh, it doesn't work, right? And then they jump to the next strategy. This is why you absolutely must test it and use a simulator here. Now, secondly, what else do you need here? The second is you need the right tools. And with the right tools, I mean, first of all, you do need a charting software, because honestly, I don't think that you can trade off finance.yahoo.com or free charts here. So you do need a software. Now, software packages that are out there, of course, we have our own PowerX analyzer, right, which I love and love to trade. There's Trade Navigator, which is another software. You have Think or Swim, okay? So these are all software platforms and you need one of these to be able to look at charts. Secondly, you need a trading platform where you enter your trades. What do I mean by this? A trading platform? Well, if you call your broker every single time you want to place a trade, you're wasting time and money. Here's why. First of all, it is more expensive. Usually it is more expensive if you're placing your trades with a broker than on. Secondly, your broker might talk you out of this. Plus, it takes way too long to dial the number, call your broker, right? So you need to have a great trading platform. Now, your broker provides a trading platform. The broker that I personally use for stocks and futures is Interactive Brokers. The broker that I use for trading binary options is Nadex. And for my futures account, I use Infinity Futures in Chicago. Infinity Futures, and I believe it's infinityfutures.com. We can look it up here in a minute. So this is where I personally have my accounts. They provide great trading platforms that help me as a self-directed trader to place my trades and do everything that I wanted to do. So what else do you need when it comes to the right tools? Let's see, we have the software, we have the trading platform. That's pretty much it. That's all you need. You just need to make sure that the software does what you want it to do. You won't believe how many times I receive an email where a trader says, well, I have this software, but this software doesn't display range bars, for example. I personally like to use range bars in my trading. So if you want to do that, then of course you should have a software that is supporting range bars, right? Softwares are tools, and you want to make sure that you have the best tools available here that help you to make trading decisions. So plus, and now the third thing is, this is what do you need to make money with trading? You must have the discipline to execute the trades. And this is what we talked about yesterday. How do you get the discipline? Okay, first of all, practice on a simulator. But also extremely important, it's having realistic expectations here, because I see many traders having unrealistic expectations. Okay, so have realistic expectations, and we'll talk about this here. Realistic expectations. So what are realistic expectations? Let's talk about this. So first of all, let me just go here. Here are some guidelines. I want to give you some guidelines so that you get an idea. First of all, if you are trading stocks, let's say you're trading stocks, I believe realistic expectations when trading stocks, I personally, when trading stocks, I'm shooting for 5% per month, okay, or 60% per year. So what does this mean? It means that if you have a $10,000 account, you're trying to make $6,000 per year. Now, obviously, that is not enough money to make a living with trading. So this is only when you trade stocks. Now, stocks don't provide much leverage. So let's talk about some tools that are providing some leverage. So trading binary options. So this is, as you have seen, thus far, we have already doubled our account this year. So for binary options, this is where I'm looking. I'm looking at around 15% per month. Okay, So 15% per month, that's what I expect here with binary options, which would be 180% per year. Okay. And we say, whoa, how is this possible? It is because you're trading more actively. And you might say, oh my gosh, the big guys, they barely make 20 to 30% per year. Well, this is why I believe that as private traders, we have a huge advantage over the big guys because we can maneuver more nimble, right? I mean, it's like the big guys are like the Titanic, right? And I mean, it's not easy to turn the Titanic around. We, as private traders, we're in a little dinghy floating around like one of these speed motorboats, right? We can run circles around the Titanic, and this is why we can do this. Now, let's also talk about futures trade. So for futures trading, this is when you're actively day trading. Here's what I'm looking for. Futures trading, there we go. Okay. So here also with futures trading, I'm looking for 15% per month or 180% per year. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Oh, and then we have options. Okay, now options fall somewhere in between. So when you're trading options, this is where I would shoot for 10% per month or 170% here. Now let's break this down. Okay, let's talk about I don't know. Let's take stocks. Let's just do some math here. Let's do some math. Okay, so let's say we want to trade. It's not that easy to do it on Notepad. Just out of curiosity, do you like it when I do this stuff in Notepad? Because I really don't want to prepare slides for you or something like this. Is that okay if I'm doing it here on Notepad and just typing out my thoughts as they come to me? Is this helpful? Let me just see. Just type in a yes if it is. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's do some math. So let's do stocks. Let's say stocks, you have a $10,000 account. Okay, so $10,000 account. What you're trying to do here is you want to make 5% per month. So 5% per month means $500 per month. Okay, $500 per month means that you're shooting for somewhere around $166 per week. Let's just keep it easy here and let's just say $150 per week. Okay. Now let's also assume that here on a $10,000 account, you are using the 2% rule. The 2% rule means never risk more than 2% on any given trade. So you risk $200 per trade. Right? This means that using, for example, our PowerX analyzer, the reward should be at least $300. Reward at least $300 per trade. Often when that it is $400, $500 per trade. So these are when we go through stocks, and we did it here earlier this week, and we'll do it again next week when we go through stocks. This is when we look for a risk-reward ratio of 2 to 1. So risking $200 per trade, trying to make $400 per trade. Now, let's say with PowerX Analyzer, you are getting a stock suggest you're getting 3 to 5 every single day. So this is where I believe it is very reasonable to say that you're having 5 trades per week, okay? Or 5 trades per week means that you're having around 20 trades per month, okay? So 20 trades per month. Now, let's say half of them are losing trades. So 10 trades are losing trades, okay? So on the 10 trades that are losing trades, you lose 10 times. 10 times, what is it, $200, which is $2,000, okay? Oh, you have 10 winning trades. You have 10 winning trades. And on these 10 winning trades, you make 10 times $400, right? So that's $4,000. So you see, if you only did this, what is the result? Where do you stand after 20 trades that you make in a month? Okay, after 20 trades, you're still up $2,000. Oh, so what did we say? $2,000. We only wanted to make 500 per month. You see, you can do much worse. You can actually suck at this and still achieve a realistic expectation. So let's just say instead of 5 trades per week, you only do 2 trades per week. Let's do this math here, okay? So we do 2 trades per week. So this means that we have 8 trades per month. Let's say you're not that active, right? 8 trades per month. You have 4 winning trades, 4 losing trades, and 4 winning trades. So let's do the math here. So this is 4 times 200. You're losing $800, okay? And you're making 4 times $400, which is $1,600. Okay, so what's left after, not after 20 trades, after 8 trades at the end of the month? If you only place 8 trades, and with these kind of sucky results, you still have $800. So all you're shooting for is $500 per month. Now, there will be months when you're not making the $800, when you only make $200 or $300, and this is why it is so important, $500 per month on average. Okay, so why are these numbers higher here? Because this is where you're placing more trades. With binary options, right, you're placing trades every day. In fact, we already had a binary options trade today. So we already had one. Let me just look it up on my cell phone here. So we had one in crude oil. So the trade in crude oil will see how it turns out. With futures trading, you're also placing more trades. So it's just a matter of math here. I mean, it's just very logical. And as you can see, this is what I want to show you here, that trading can be simple, that it doesn't have to be complicated. You see, even if you have only a 50% winning percentage, even if you lose half of your trades, you can make your monthly goals here. This is why I wanted to give you some realistic expectations. And again, the reason why with binary options and futures trading you're making more is because you are trading more. This is where we go more into the day trading part, while with stocks and options you're more in the swing trading part. Okay, all right, is this making sense? Are you getting this? And the most important question that I have for you, would this work for you? Absolutely would this work for you if you have the discipline to do it. So let's just quickly review. What do you need to make money with trading? You need a proven trading strategy or system. And as you have seen, oops, let me just jump back here a little bit. As you have seen, you can have a strategy that is losing half of the time and you still make money. If you need any strategies right here, if you need any, absolutely, the ones that I can personally recommend because I personally trade them, right? For stocks and options, right? Look into PowerX Analyzer, right? That's a software that I personally use. For binary options, let me just see. For binary options, use our Signal service that we have. It's only $47 a month. Oh my God. I mean, you made more money this week already. Okay, Signal service, right? So it's easy to make back the money here. All right, pros and cons of using the notepad here. I'm almost there. All right, because we're about to wrap up here. Now for futures trading, the strategies that I use are in the Rockwell Trading Club. And so for futures trading right now, I like to use the Seahawk strategy. So as I'm on the road here right now, I'm not trading it right now, but as I'm back on my computer at home, I will trade the Seahawk strategy again. And this is what you find in the Rockwell Trading Club. So if you need any strategies, here you go, right? I have them for you. And this is what I personally trade. My tools, software trading platform. I talked about the trading platforms of the brokers that I use. I use Intuitive Brokers for stocks and options, Native for binary options, Infinity Futures for futures. Then you need to have the discipline to execute the trades. Yes, absolutely. You need to practice on a simulator, and you need to have realistic expectations. And here are the expectations, and we did some math here. All right, so this wraps up this morning coffee for Markus. There's no coffee for Marcus on Fridays because I usually like to take off Fridays, and you should too as a trader, right? That's a beautiful thing. You don't have to sit in front of your computer every day, but we will absolutely be back on Monday. So next week, Monday through Thursday, we'll do more of these Coffee with Marcus sessions. Now, I'll stop the recording here. For those of you who are watching the recording, I encourage you to join us live because I'll hang out here for a few more minutes and answer some questions live here that are coming in. So please just go to register. Somewhere there's a link if you're watching the recording that shows you how to register that you can attend it live. And I wish you the very best in your the recording right now, and I'm answering some questions live here. All right. So let me see for those of you, and I know that we are running a little bit over time, but I want to answer a few questions. So Eric says, yes, it would be, you got to be disciplined and trust the system. This is hard for me. Eric, it's not only hard for you, it is hard for every single trader. And the only way to trust the system is place practice trades, at least 40. Put the system to the test. Prove to yourself that it works and prove to yourself that you can execute it. Eric, that is the shortcut to getting more trust in the system. Use the simulator, use replay, use funny money to test a system on at least 40 trades. Okay. Joanna says, if you could send this notepad to us via email, that would be helpful. Let me see what we can do. It's a great idea. Let me see if we can somehow include this here, that you can download it. Okay, all right. Okay, let's see. Joseph says that there's an error code. Okay, the team is already taking care of this. Now, Charles is asking, will you send text messages worldwide? Yes, we do. And that is the reason, Charles, why we are charging $47, right? Because it costs us money to send the text messages. And yes, we're sending the text messages for the binary options worldwide. Absolutely. Michael is asking, what markets do you trade with the Seahawk strategy? For futures trading, I'm trading the E-mini S&P and crude oil. E-mini S&P and crude oil. Okay, Michael? Good. Donald is asking, what happens if you lose more than 50% of the time? Oh, Donald, that is a great question, and there's two ways. As long as you make more money on your winning trades than on your losing trade, no worries. You can still make money with this. If you're losing more than 50% of the time, I really would encourage you to look at a different strategy, right? Or just reverse what you're doing. Whenever you're buying, obviously you should be selling, right? Because somebody's taking the other side of your trade. So if you're having a strategy right now where you lose more often than you win, maybe you should just reverse the strategy. And whenever you think you should be buying, you should rather be selling, and the other way around. Making sense? Because if somebody would trade the exact opposite, so let's say if you're having a strategy and you're losing money, and somebody is taking the exact opposite side of your trades, you'll make money, right? Make sense? Okay, this is why sometimes reversing it. Okay, so what is the monthly and yearly for futures? Well, we talked about this. So futures trading, right here, you see it shooting for 15% per month or 180% per year. Okay, so in an earlier session, you mentioned that I use something for remote access to your home computer. What was this? I'm using TeamViewer. And please review the session. It's rockwelltrading.com/coffee with Markus. There's a coffee for Markus that says trading while traveling. This is where you see all the tools, but it is TeamViewer. It's called TeamViewer. Okay, good. So Bert says, so encouraging. You don't know how much you have taught me. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Bert from Sweden. Okay. Okay, we have two more questions that I can answer. Fatima is asking, why are you choosing Seahawk right now for day trading? Because right now it is the strategy that just works. Okay, So right now, this is the best strategy to trade the futures market. And by the way, for those of you who do have the Rockwell Trading Club, once a month, we're doing coaching sessions where we are showing you exactly what's working now. So if you're a Rockwell Trading Club member, we actually have the next coaching session upcoming next Friday. So not this Friday, next Friday, we have another coaching session tomorrow, where we show you exactly what's working right now and why. Okay. When does the regatta start? Is that James asking? It starts tomorrow, and I'm very excited about this. So it is starting tomorrow, and we're practicing today. Pretty cool. When will you discuss Forex? Okay, that is a great question, and I'm going to discuss Forex next week. So next week in a Coffee for Marcus, I'll take a note here that I'm going to discuss Forex. Okay. So Alfonso, last question here, and then I got to go, and you probably are busy here. Do you send the binary options alert during market hours or while the markets are closed? We are sending them during market hours. So we're sending them while the markets are open. So, and again, you'll find all this information if you go to rockwelltrading.com somewhere. I mean, the links are probably in the chat here. Let me just see, because my team members are here supporting me. Yes, there is, all the links are there. So if you go to rockwelltrading.com/binary options coffee, binary options coffee. That sounds interesting. Okay, this is where you find more information on how exactly this works. Okay. So, will you offer this free text messages again on binaries anytime? Well, for now, we include these text messages for free. Since they are costing us money, I am considering raising the price for text messages, but for now, they're still free. So if you choose to sign up right now, you will be grandfathered in. It's only $47 a month, or you can have an annual package, $297 a year. I think it's a steal. You'll make it back in no time. I mean, based on the live trading that we do here. So this way, if you choose to join, or when you sign up today, it is still included for free. All right, fantastic. You all have a great weekend. Enjoy this weekend. I'll be on the water watching my son during the regatta here, and I will be back on Monday morning. You all have a fantastic weekend. I enjoy the time. Thanks for hanging out here with me, and I really love these sessions. I like that you're here and joining me. All right, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you soon.